Pinapabalik ka na ba sa office or mas type mo na work from home? Ano nga ba ang mas magandang setup ngayong after COVID 'no or post-pandemic 'no? Work from home or hybrid or work sa office na face-to-face? Yan ang i-discuss natin dito sa Truly Happy One. Ayan, where we discuss world-class Pinoy excellence and we do this every Saturdays at 5 p.m. via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Ako po si Eric Calugdan, kasama po natin si Sir Enrico Garcia. I used to be an IT consultant for Unisys and then after a year, I put up my own business called Infotext. We develop mga web and mobile applications to help SMEs no in this digital economy no to be more efficient, more productive and thrive in any economic situation. Sir Enrico, on the other hand, used to be the retail operations manager of Shell, and then after Shell, he became the country manager of Herbalife. After Herbalife, he became the director of operations of Avon and one of the board of directors of the Direct Selling Association of the Philippines. Now he is a mindset coach and also the director for international operations of Sante. Ayan. Now, before we go to our main topic for today, please let us know where you are watching from. Type niyo dyan sa comment section sa Facebook or kung kayo ay nanonood sa YouTube, type niyo dyan sa YouTube, watching from Dubai, kung kayo ay nasa Dubai ngayon. And this is an interactive session. So if you have questions no, or if you have feedback na yes, I agree, etc., type nyo lang dyan sa comments and yung mga questions ito-try nating sagutin later dito sa ating episode. And wag na rin kayo mahiya. Please like this video, comment, and tag your friends na sa tingin nyo makakatulong itong video na to sa kanila. No? And share nyo na rin and don't forget to subscribe para wala kayong ma-miss na mga episodes. Nasa 79th episode na tayo ng Truly Happy One. Wow.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
mag-80 na tayo sa susunod na episode. No? So, para wala kayong ma-miss, make sure you subscribe. Merong red button dyan sa baba. Click nyo lang subscribe para ma-notify kayo pag meron tayong mga bagong episodes dito sa Truly Happy One. Okay. So, Sir Enrico, ano nga ba tong working and living hybrid?
Okay. Good afternoon. Unang-una, Eric. Yeah, and then of course to our viewers. No. So, malamang naririnig natin to, or di kaya we are experiencing it. If you are working, most companies go into what's called hybrid, meaning X number of days in office, and then so many number of days in a week you can work from home, right?
Mhm.
And partly nangyari yan because nga of our situation in 2020, di ba, where we really had to stay home. But with that, there were a lot of learnings for both companies, the employers, and the employees. That, uy, you could do many things pala, di ba? You could do many things, and productivity was very high. And it saved money for both the employer
Mhm.
and the employee. Not just money, but also time, right? But also with that, it brings some people struggled with where do I draw the line? Am I at work or am I at play at home?
At home, oh. Correct,
Yes,
mahirap. Yeah.
yeah. Because in fact, later you see some stats, some people, and it's true, ended up working longer. Because, you need to be able to weave in and out. Like now, when you take a break, you go, you're in your shorts, it feels like you're at home. But then you get back into this, it's like you're going to a workstation in the office, your workstation, and it's your little workstation at home. So that is what a hybrid setup means. But more than just that, what I want to talk about, Eric, is because here we are talking about mindset. Okay. Now, living hybrid is also a big thing that maybe people are just beginning to understand. Because yung work mo, whether business or for company, is all showing what the new normal is. Or in fact, some people call it the better normal. Kasi nga, ito na ngayon. So, what I really want to focus on is that marami pa tayong kilala, Eric, who have not shifted mentally. That the situation has changed completely. Hindi na babalik yan. In fact, we'll show some slides later to what we used to encounter many, many years ago. Okay, so maybe let's show the slides and then let's go into
Sige, sir.
a quick conversation. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I like the image kasi that's exactly what we are. Even Eric as an entrepreneur, I'm sure, di ba?
Uh-huh.
So visually, um, alam na, ang ibig sabihin nito is that one person has got to keep two personalities, if you will, right?
Mhm.
Kalahati no nasa bahay ka, pero kalahati rin is you have to have a mindset of I'm at work. So I have to behave and so, 'di ba?
Correct.
'Di ba? Kasi parang taliwas, eh, 'di ba? Naka-tsinelas ka or you're you're in shorts, but
Oo.
you're talking about work, you're talking about business, 'di ba?
Mhm.
So again, it's really the mental shift. And at the same time, this brings a lot of opportunities, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Because you can now talk to anybody, anywhere, anytime for free. Okay? So
Mhm.
really starting to understand what does it mean to really work and live in a hybrid setup. Now, I'll make it clear, hindi mo maaalis yung warmth of a handshake, the warmth of an embrace and all that. Definitely. There's no question about that. But siguro yung frequency, and in fact, Eric, we had a topic on metaverse. In fact, yung isang magiging
Mhm.
solid application of metaverse, if you need to learn a particular manual skill, in fact,
Mhm.
AR or VR
Augmented
will,
reality. Yes.
yeah, will help you even before you get to the actual training.
Correct.
Mas-shorten niya yung training mo,
Correct.
'di ba? Pero sorry, hindi yan yung topic natin ngayon. Pero yan yung sinasabi natin, the shifting, 'di ba? The changing landscape. It brings a lot of opportunities if you shift mentally. Sige, next slide.
Sige, sir.
Ito lang, just to show you some stats, paano nagbago. And this is largely US, no? And it reflects rin naman to a certain extent sa Philippines. 47% of employees would likely look for another job if their employer doesn't.
Ba yung naghang or si Sir Enrico? Yung halos kalahati 'no, ng mga employees maghahanap ng ibang employer kapag walang hybrid work model. Oo, na-disconnect nga si Sir Enrico. Ayan, reconnecting. So, wait lang po natin. Nagre-reconnect po, Sir Enrico. Ayun,
Yes, naputol.
okey.
Okay, so,
Akala ko ako yung naghang, eh.
well, I don't know what happens. I started to see anyway.
Okey, sige
So,
sir.
sige, balikan natin. Tingnan nyo yan, di ba? 47%. Di ba? The 47 is yan, no? Di ba? Nakikita nyo, di ba? Somewhat likely, very likely, yan yung composition. So, nearly half. In fact, yung next slide, tingnan natin, Eric. Ito yung mga employees, di ba? Ayan, no? You can read it, di ba? So, hating-hati, di ba? What you're saying is 1 in 2 people, almost, di ba? So in other words, malaki na siyang consideration ngayon for employers and employees. Okay? In certain industries, mas grabe, di ba? In fact, the younger workforce, Eric, pag walang hybrid setup, they'll either do freelance, which they can do, di ba?
Correct.
And ang dami nilang options, di ba? So even for employers, they have to start thinking, how do I make myself attractive? Not just in
Mhm,
money and benefits, but what is the working arrangement?
correct.
Okay? So, next slide. I just want to show this para tapos na yung slides, di ba?
Mhm.
Okay, imagine this, 10% will even take a pay cut. Now, pag
Wow.
binasa mo, parang, oh, bakit? Eh kasi pag sinuma mo yung pera at yung oras ng pagpunta sa opisina, lalo na kung sa Pilipinas yan, where minimum 3 hours, di ba? Regardless of where
Mm.
you are at work, your home to work, you're slicing off 3 hours.
Correct. Tsaka pagod din at ano 'no, yung
Oh,
yung gastos din.
gastos, the time,
Oo.
the productivity.
Mhm.
And yet, naririnig mo, di ba? People are saying, sige, balik, di ba? Yes, to a certain extent, but yun nga, it really depends on you. How much of that do you really need to do face to face? Di ba? Of course, a big part of that is trust. Kasi syempre nagwo-worry yung employer. Eh paano naman yan? Hindi ko nakikita baka kung anong ginagawa. Yes, it is a possibility. Yes. But you have to view it with, in the end, what do you really know and what kind of culture do you create? Di ba? Kasi the worst is nandun nga physically pero mentally wala rin. So it's the same banana, right?
Correct.
Hindi ba? So it's very interesting what's happening. And that's why the title really is Working and Living in a Hybrid Setup. Kasi pati even if
Mhm.
you're not working, ikaw, Eric, tanungin kita, you're a businessman, di ba?
Mhm.
Dati, alam ko, marami kang oras sa road kasi you're gonna meet a client, di ba? Tama
Correct.
ba?
Dati ano po 'yan, half day nasa kalsada, half day lang yung meetings. Parang gano'n yung nangyayari, half and
Mhm.
half. Kasi nga, kung babiyahe ka from Makati to Ortigas, at the most 1 hour na 'yon. 'No?
Correct.
So, yung allocation ko is 1 hour travel, 1 hour meeting, ta's 1 hour travel ulit, 1 hour meeting. So, ang daming oras talaga na nasasayang sa traffic pa lang. And hindi lang oras, kundi pati yung pagod din, tsaka yung
Correct.
gasolina na rin, lalo na ngayon, 'di ba? Sobrang taas na ng gasolina. And mas ano ngayon, mas may impact talaga itong mga traffic and yung mga travel time kasi hindi lang time yung nawawala sa'yo kundi pati yun nga, gastos sa gasolina, sa transport.
Yeah. So we really need to ano, this is very simple yet the implications are very big. Hindi lang for, being, but it's really more, this is change management.
Correct.
It's no different from nung nag-uumpisa yung computer, yung cellphone, and you have yung people not wanting to shift. Ah,
Mhm.
hindi, there's still nothing better than, seeing face to face. Of course, agree. But do you need to do it as frequently? Maybe not.
Correct. Yeah.
Hindi ba?
Actually, yung nung ano nga, nung mga pinag-uusapan nga 'yan at parang nadi-discuss, ang sa'kin lang yung, opinion ko lang 'no, na yung face-to-face na work can be a scheduled face-to-face na parang brainstorming session, for meetings. Yung talagang kailangan mong mag-interact with other employees na face-to-face. Pero kung ikaw lang din naman yung magtatrabaho, ikaw lang mag-isa, like mag-e-encode ka lang, 'di ba, or magpo-program ka lang or magpo-process ka lang ng mga documents or papers na hindi ka mag-i-interact sa iba mong kasama sa office, formally or officially 'no, kasi yung iba pumupunta sa office nag-i-interact nga pero tsismis lang yung pinag-uusapan, hindi
Exactly.
siya work related 'no. So kung hindi ka naman kailangan makipag-interact sa mga office mates mo like a brainstorming session, then better na yun nga, work from home. Mas productive kapag work from home ka kasi yun nga, nababawasan yung travel time, nababawasan din yung non-work related tsismis na interactions with other employees 'no, yung mga politics sa office nababawasan din. So, yun 'no, so puwedeng once a week for example or twice a week na na base sa office and then 'pag nasa office ang focus talaga or ang main, reason why you're in the office is to interact with the other employees, 'di ba, with your team, with the group 'no, kasi yun yung kailangan talaga ng face to face. Tama ba,
Yes.
Sir Enrico?
Correct. In fact, nakakatuwa nga eh. Kahit ako, Eric, nung when we first tried the hybrid, sabi ko nakakatuwa to. Magkaharap tayong lahat pero bukas lahat ng laptop natin eh. Para nasa bahay din tayo.
Correct,
ang,
nawala yung purpose.
ang kausap namin yung aming ano pa rin, di ba? Sabi ko, di,
Oo,
it's the same. Exactly, di
yeah.
ba?
Yeah.
Dapat yun,
Correct.
close it and then have the interaction as you were
Yes.
as you were
Yes.
saying, no? So
Correct.
this is really, and we're still learning about it, di ba? Some people have shifted, Eric. Yung
Mhm.
mga talagang early adopters or innovators, takbo na kagad. Alam
Mhm.
mo, Eric, meron isa dito, malapit sa akin yung garden. Siya yung
Mhm.
may-ari nung Silver Works. Nabasa ko lang to.
Okey. Oo.
Yung silver, ano, parang
Yeah,
accessories.
yung nagbebenta ng mga accessories
Correct.
na silver, yes,
Oo.
oo.
Apparently, what happened to him, naapektuhan yung negosyo niya. So, you know what he did? He had to find a way. He put up an urban farm here sa BGC, sa likod ng St. Luke's. And he
Okey.
started planting. He started sa Bel Air. Nakatira siya doon because they have like 70 branches. And syempre, nag-suffer yung business nila. And he immediately shifted to that. Maybe started personal hobby. Ngayon, he's created a community where urban farming. He has a small plot of land that Ayala sabi, sige, gamitin mo. So when you go there to his farm, imagine in this concrete jungle, in the middle of it all, nag-hydroponic siya and all those things. He's growing organic stuff. And people, if you donate a few $100, you can learn how to grow, your own vegetables in an urban setting. And
Ayun, ang galing,
galing, yeah. I'm gonna go there and walk to it, and I see people
Uh-huh.
there with children. They, families go there, and somebody's talking to them. Now, nag-provide rin siya ng employment doon sa mga
Uh-huh.
nawalan din ng trabaho who, or have a green thumb or marunong magano.
Mm.
So he's created that, di ba? But the
Nice.
the big ano there is yung nag-shift kagad. Kasi wala
Mhm.
nang magagawa eh. Yung retail, anong gagawin niya?
Correct. So, kailangan pag-isipan ng mga businesses ngayon 'no, ng mga companies, ano ba talaga yung pinaka-productive na setup. Kasi yun naman yung, eh, kung yun nga, at the end of the day, yun yung importante is yung production ng employees natin, 'di ba? Kung mas productive sila working from home, then better siguro work from home most of the time. Kung mas productive sila na everyday kailangan mag-brainstorming session with everybody, then yun yung gawin 'no. And yun nga, mawawala kasi yung focus ng business kapag tinitingnan lang natin yung oras lang, 'di ba, yung oras na na yung employee na nag-time in, time out, time in, time out. Kung oras lang ang tinitingnan, nawawala yung pinaka-purpose talaga, which is productivity. Kasi puwedeng mas malimit sila sa office, pero yung productivity naman nila bumababa, 'di
Correct.
ba?
Naalala ko nung sa salita ka, I was listening to Tony Robbins. Sabi niya, sometimes we mistake activity for achievement.
Yes, correct.
Not necessarily. You need it,
Hmm,
yes, to achieve.
hmm,
But some
correct.
people, because I'm moving, I'm doing something, they think, di ba? So
Hmm,
I'm not saying activity is not good. Activity is good, di ba? But exactly, di ba? To your point, it should result to an output, di ba?
correct, correct.
Di
So
ba?
merong
So,
mga work na mas productive working from home and meron ding mga work na mas productive na nasa office, 'no. So case to case basis siya, hindi siya talaga puwedeng encompassing all industries or encompassing all work, levels 'no. So 'yan ang aking takeaways from today, ayan. So saan na ba yung ating slide? Ayan. So ano ang ating mga takeaways? So ang aking takeaway is yun nga, maging flexible tayo lalo na kung tayo yung business owner 'no, maging flexible tayo in terms of working hybrid 'no. Kasi nga ang focus natin sa business pa rin is productivity, 'no? The more we produce, then the more business we have, the more income we have, 'no? And yun lagi yung end goal. Hindi yung end goal natin, makapasok lahat ng employees ng ganitong oras. Kasi puwede ngang pumasok sila ng gano'ng oras pero yung productivity naman nila, wala. Then 'pag walang productivity, walang benta, walang income, 'no? So at the end of the day, saan ba sila mas productive, 'no? So dun tayo mag-focus as business owners. Kayo, Sir Enrico, ano po yung inyong takeaways?
exactly, sinabi mo, di ba? So employees, to me, the big takeaway is it is really the mental shift. Yun yung pinaka-importante. That mentally you accept na nagbago na.
Correct.
Nagbago eh, di ba? Whether we like it or not, it has changed. Di ba? So we have a choice now. Do we look at, what opportunities it brings, instead of saying, oh, babalik dun sa ano. That statement alone tells you already where the person is, di ba?
Yeah,
They want to
yung naghahanap
stay.
ng pre-pandemic situation.
Correct. Nagbago
Yeah,
na eh.
correct. It's the new
So,
normal nga yung sinasabi nila.
correct. So really, to me, this is more than just the working arrangement. It is how fast will you adapt, di ba, to the changes. So sa akin,
Correct.
mas malalim yung ibig niyan sabihin eh. Parang yung who moved my cheese. Dati kinukuha mo yung keso mo in a certain place, eh, hindi na, nagbago na eh. Instead of trying to keep going back kung saan mo nakikita dati yun, eh di hanapin mo ngayon saan nga ba nagpunta.
Correct, correct. Tama.
Di ba?
Dahil hindi
So,
na nga gumagana yung mga dating methods natin,
wala
'no,
na eh.
kailangan nating mag-pivot, maghanap ng ibang paraan, 'di ba, para makuha yung kailangan nating makuha.
Yun.
Alright, so ang ating susunod na episode, ang topic ay three shifts COVID-19 will most likely have in the Philippines. So, konting intro dito sir.
Okay. This is from a study, and this is going to be very interesting kasi while maraming opportunities, marami rin magiging not too good. Like I'll just give you a little preview. With all the opportunity, lalong mag-widen yung gap ng rich and poor. Yeah. In terms of wealth, even health, access to good, affordable health, di ba? You're gonna have a bigger gap,
Yep.
di ba?
Yan. So,
But
exciting. Yan ang topic.
amidst that, you can have a lot of opportunities, and we'll identify that.
Okay, so yan po ang ating topic next week dito sa Truly Happy One, Saturday, 5 p.m. via Facebook Live and YouTube Live sa susunod na episode. So tapos, let's end our episode with our usual Panatang Makabayan. So itaas po natin ating kanang kamay at bigkasin ang Panatang Makabayan. Inibig ko ang Pilipinas, aking lupang sinilangan, tahanan ng aking lahi. Kinukup-kup ako at tinutulungan upang maging malakas, masipag at marangal. Dahil mahal ko ang Pilipinas, diringgin ko ang payo ng aking mga magulang. Susundin ko ang tuntunin ng lipunan. Tutuparin ko ang tungkulin ng mamayang makabayan, naglilingkod, nag-aaral at nagdarasal ng buong katapatan. Ialay ko ang aking buhay, pangarap at pagsisikap sa bansang Pilipinas. Maraming salamat po and we'll see you again
Thank
sa
you.
susunod na episode ng Truly Happy One.